Okay, so I already applied some Makeup Forever color correcting primer because I'm always getting really red on my cheeks. And because this is a more natural kind of makeup look, I thought I'm gonna use my Healthy Mix Serum by Bourjois because it doesn't have much coverage, so it looks very natural on the skin. So I'll just use 2 pumps of that. And first, just spread it on the face. And also on the neck. So everything blends in nicely. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender to blend it out so we get the most natural kind of look. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer under my eyes. I'm gonna use my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Fair Neutral. And I'm not gonna use too much because it's quite high coverage. And since we want it to look, you know, more natural, I don't put so much. That's already enough. And then just do exactly the same thing as with the foundation and just blend the concealer in with the beauty blender. Don't you guys hate it when you always do that mouth when you put on your concealer? When you blend it in. It's so unattractive, but you just have to do it. So yeah, just make sure that you don't like swipe the beauty blender, but that you press the concealer and foundation into your skin. For setting my concealer, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit, and I'm gonna use the light shade here. Smells so good. Makes me so hungry for chocolate right now. And now it's too late. So now that that is done, I'm gonna put on some bronzer. And I'm gonna use the NARS Laguna bronzer, but the liquid one, because I feel it gives you a very natural finish when you put that on. Like first it looks really scary because it's really pigmented, but it blends out really nicely and really naturally. So first what I do is, I put like two pumps on the back of my hands, and then I just go in with this side of the beauty blender and pick it up like this, and then I just go where you'd usually bronze, like here on your cheeks. Put it a little bit like this, directly blend it in. I made the experience that it dries down really quickly, so you're definitely on the safer side if you blend it in straight away and don't just apply to your face like all at once. See what I mean? It gives you like a really natural kind of bronze and not too harsh. So I just do that same thing on this side. Then I'm also gonna put some on my forehead. Just dot it on. And then just blend that in as well. Beauty blender. So now that that's all blended in, I kind of always set it with a little bit of like a powder bronzer, just so it stays like all day. And I'm just gonna use my Giorgio Armani Sun Fabric Sheer Bronzer. It has a little bit of shimmer to it, so it looks really nice. I'm not taking too much of it, just a tiny bit, just to kind of set it a little bit. Since we want a more natural kind of highlight, I'm gonna go with the Diorskin Nude Air Glowing Gardens in the shade 001 Glowing Pink. I'm just gonna pick some of this, not too much, up on a brush and just put it here. on the top of my cheekbones. And then after that, now we'll go in with the blush, and for that I'm gonna take the Milani Baked Blush and Luminoso, because it has like a really nice peachy kind of color. So, and also a little bit of shimmer to it, so it'll look quite naturally. And so for the eyes, a really good tip is that you just take your bronzer and just put it into your crease, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do now. So I'm just gonna take my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just gonna dip in my blending brush and just blend that in all over the lid, in the crease, just so, you know, our eyes open up a little bit and have a little bit of color to them. And you can do exactly the same on the lower lash line. Just take a different, a little more like precise kind of brush. Definitely saves you eyeshadow, so you don't even have to use any eyeshadow. You can just use your bronzer. It's so much easier. And then now I'm gonna just quickly do my eyebrows. And I'm always using the Gimme brow because my brows are a little bit dyed with color, so they're already a little bit darker than they usually are and look a bit fuller than they would usually. So all I do is take the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. Right here on the, like, not directly in the front of the eyebrows, just, you know, so we get a more natural kind of look. And then towards the end, you know, you go to the front of the brows and fill them in with the rest of the color that's left on the little brush. And I'm just doing exactly the same with the other eyebrow. Obviously we need some mascara. So I'm gonna use my Kiko Extra Sculpt Volume Mascara, just because you don't have to put too much on, but it gives you like a lot of volume and just length to your lashes, and it looks so nice. The brush can be a little bit tricky sometimes because it's a really big brush, so it can easily like just smudge on onto your lid, but that can be fixed with a Q-tip. So you see how much length this mascara is giving my lashes? It's unbelievable. I gotta come a little closer. The only bad thing about this mascara is that if you have it open like for too long, it doesn't make them as long and voluminous anymore. Like if you have it open for about, I don't know, 3 months or something, you have to, you know, replace it with a new one. But it's not really expensive. It costs about $8.90, so that's quite good. So now I'm gonna put on my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, just so the eyebrows stay in place the whole day. And mine's almost empty for some reason. I have to buy a new one soon, but it's so good. Now I'm gonna take my Lancome Hypnose Mascara for my lower lashes, because this brush is too big for me for my lower lashes. Like, I'm pretty bad at applying lower lash mascara. it's just, it's so tricky. I always smudge it. Yep. Great. Other than that super big black like smudge right here, it went quite alright. So I'm just gonna use the Dior highlighter again for my highlighting my brow bone and in my inner tear ducts. This highlight is so pretty as well. It like pains me every time I go into it with a brush just because it looks so pretty. But oh well, it's also pretty on the face though. So, and to make it look even more natural and not so powdery, we're just gonna put some MAC Fix Plus on our face. We're just gonna bathe in it. For lipstick, I'm gonna use the NARS Audacious lipstick in Raquel, because it's a very natural nude color, but it also has a little bit of sheen to it. So it's really nice and it's so pigmented, like you really only need one swipe. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so I just got a little Q-tip and I'm just gonna try my best to wipe this away. Okay guys, so there you have it, a really natural, everyday makeup look. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!